What is something you've always wanted to learn, but never had the time to try it or to even learn it? Hey, welcome back, everybody. I know I was out last week. Welcome back to the In-Between. I'm Dave. Thanks for stopping by. And it's a show about everything, a show about nothing. And really, it's just a filler, a time filler. Call it what you will, but hey, no need for the negativity. You know who you are. Alrighty, so welcome back. What's been going on? A little bit of everything, a whole lot of nothing. Again, as usual, it's just been April. It's been raining. It's been cool, and now we're in the downside of the month, so it's wild. And again, I had all these things all listed down. What am I going to talk about? What am I not going to talk about? But one of the things I do want to talk about is something that's always fascinated me, and it's the NFL draft. We're on the eve of it as I record this and then publish it right before it actually begins, the 2026 NFL draft. Who are you rooting for? Who do you think your team is going to pick? Alrighty, but that's not what fascinates me. What fascinates me is what goes on behind the scenes, especially when the cameras are on and you see the players at home and they're waiting for that big call that they hope they get, and you see everybody around them. And it reminds me of this video I saw a while back. And all it has to do is these NFL players, and they're reminiscing about, well, draft time when they got drafted. And a player got drafted to play for Miami. And in that video, everybody was talking about it. Yeah, 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 yeah. But in the background, he goes on to say that in the background of that, when he got drafted, it's like, oh, we're moving to Miami. Second cousins, first cousins, relatives that he's never ever seen. Now all of a sudden everybody's moving to Miami. Um, yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. Support, support. But really, why do they come out of the woodwork now and not when they were struggling? Because more than likely they were not. Oh, who does he think he is? Oh, he's just another high school football player. Oh, he's a college player. Kudos to him. And then they just disappear until they start seeing the dollar sign. But the dollar sign is not a guarantee. Oh, there's no guarantee. He got drafted. There's no guarantee that individual is going to be playing, let alone make the team. He still has to make the team. All that the draft does just kind of, brings them in and says, okay, we'll protect you from any other team, taking you away from us. But even then, it's still not a guarantee. So it's pretty interesting. And then they signed that $10 million contract. $9 million signing bonus. Sorry about that. $9 million signing bonus. Yeah, that's on paper. On paper, that's $9 million. But don't forget, Uncle Sam still's got to get their fair share. And then if the state, that's at the federal level. Then if the state has state income tax, well, now the state gets their share. And if you're in some cities actually have an income tax there. And yeah, what kind of nonsense is that? And I'm fortunate enough and lucky enough to live in Texas and where that's not the case. But what I'm getting at is that $10 million dwindles down. And then there's this jock tax. If you're a player, professional player, and you play in other cities, well, other cities in other states. So a player from Texas goes to California. Well, guess what? Now they got to pay tax on that money. Yeah, so everybody gets their share down to the point that the $10 million contract, the people come asking, oh, well, you got to give your mom some money because she raised you. Well, yeah, it's true. No big deal there. But when you give your mom, X amount of money, and then all of a sudden you've got this tax bill, is your mom going to understand when you ask for the money back? No, no. Is your second cousin's next door neighbor who once saw you playing catch in the front yard and didn't call the cops on you, and now they want a piece of the action? Are they going to give you the? Are they going to give you the money back that you loaned them? No, no. It's a catch-22, and it's just one of those that everybody sees the numbers, but nobody sees what's going on behind the numbers. The $10 million signing bonus is not guaranteed walking home money. That'd be a different story, but it's not the guaranteed, take home money. This is how much you're taking in your pocket, your home, after you've paid all the taxes. It doesn't work that way. You're lucky if you get a couple of mil, and then that's got to last you, because again, it's not guaranteed. Because don't forget, sometimes that first injury is your last injury, and it's one of those, and it's life's things, and that's the way life is. That's the way life is that there'll always be somebody asking for a handout, which I get it. I understand it happens. But, you got to take care of yourself first before you can give anything. So it's just one of those things. It's always perplexed me how interesting that everybody's ready to pack up and move to Miami because one person got drafted. You know what? There's no guarantee. Why are we packing up and moving? Right. So again, it's just one of life's little mysteries, and it all centers around greed. So it's not really a mystery. It kind of answers it itself. And speaking of answering itself, the prompt for today: what is something you've always wanted to learn but never had the time? And curious, odd enough, what's the one thing I've always wanted to learn but never had the time? Well, that's a great question. That's a great question because I like to dip my toe in many ponds, a lot of water, and feel it and try something and then maybe, but never have I had the time to properly. Great question. Great question. Because I can, yeah, it's one of those that is like it's a great one. But right now, what would be it? I guess it'd be something in the medical field. Don't get me wrong. I'm first aid certified. I've got that first aid card, CPR, AED, the whole nine yard, all of that. So, but maybe something deeper in the medical field, maybe some procedure or something, or some diagnostic thing, how to run an MRI machine, or how to run a sonogram. Yeah, there we go. That's it. There we go. Something like that. That kind of thing. That kind of thing. That's always been interesting to me, but never had the time to do it. Alrighty. Well, listen. Welcome back. 2 weeks. Good to have you. Good to see you again, and good to be back here. And I hope you stick around. Hope you stick around. And again, I'm Dave. This has been the In Between for Wednesday, April 22nd, 2026. And until next week, have yourself a great rest of this week. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you, on the other side. Take care.